Hello and welcome, my name is Parky and this is Parky's Shorts, a series which will allow me to play a variety of games on my channel recommended by you. Every 1 or 2 episodes we'll play a new game, and if it gets a brilliant response from you guys it may be played as a full series on my channel. Today we're going to be playing a game which is very early on in development called Crest. This game is, as you may already noticed, not near completion. So we're going to have to forgive it for a few of its little glitches and everything. One of the developers of the game actually contacted me and I thought it was a pretty interesting new concept. So the loose premise of this game is that basically you are a god and you have limited control over the settlement that you watch, and in order to actually control the people in the settlement you create commandments or a list of rules which the settlers will adhere or respond to. Aside from that, really there isn't much else I want to say before just going straight into this, so we're going to experience it a little bit. Okay, so here we are. Welcome to Crest. In Crest, you'll watch over your followers and observe their history. In order to guide them in what direction you see fit, you use commandments. You control the camera with WASD, and you also hold the right mouse key in order to drag and move the camera around. With the mouse scroll you can zoom in and out. I don't know what's going on with the world here. Oh, this is the sea. I understand. These guys are all pounding away at the land here. Okay, next. Your followers are autonomous and will work, reproduce, expand and grow old on their own. Click on the city in order to learn more about the city's followers. Okay. At the top we have your followers' characteristics. Characteristics are split up into pairs that are opposites of each other. A follower can only embody one characteristic in each pair. I'm sorry, what? Okay, so there's average progressive, average chastity and high greed. There's also goodwill, conservative. Okay, so there's basically a load of stuff and we can read about it, but we're going to get into that probably. It wouldn't surprise me. Okay, so the higher a characteristic is, the more potent the effect, as you'd expect. Mouse over the characteristic to read more about it. Okay, so progressive, quick to rewrite commandments, and changes change in characteristics, high willingness to move. Chastity, focus on work, long lifespan. Okay. Right, well, we can figure that out as we go along, it's fairly obvious, isn't it? Underneath you have information about things such as how much food they have and how old they are. Further below you have, so hang on, where's that? Food is lasting for 6 days. So these, I assume these are 3 different clans here. Bush Pig, Talpoins and Gazelle clan. And then, are they all living in the same city? It looks like it. Maybe they're all living in each of these 3 individual segments, as it were. And they all look different, maybe? I mean, there's these yellow sort of wearing people, and the people with sort of dishes on their head, so I assume that's probably the case. Okay, so further below you have reports on their happiness. Okay, we're happy because of the village, there's enough room for everyone. Okay, and these little dots here are how happy or whatever they are. At the bottom they also give updates about their situation. Mouse over for more information. Another clan has just arisen actually, and yeah, it looks like these are the segments of the city. Right, so right now your followers may have high chastity. This means that amongst other things that they will work a lot but will not contribute to the next generation. God, so frigid! God, no, shut up. Okay, this may be something you should do about. Click on the commandments button to start building a commandment. Okay. It's a bit silly that this overlaps. We can ignore that for now. Okay, so commandments are built with a condition and an action. Followers who fulfill the condition will be the ones performing the action. Your condition will target followers with a specific characteristic, and your actions can make them change their characteristics. Try building a commandment to increase fertility. Okay, so I'm assuming if we have low... I mean, I can't really see a... low fertility. There we go. Low fertility. So, if you have low fertility, God says you shall have... hang on, let's just pause for a second, because I need to read on. You can make... Okay, so commandments built with a condition, blah blah blah. Your condition will target... Try building a commandment to increase fertility. Followers will act on a characteristic selected from the commandment and will slowly begin to change towards it. If they stop following the commandment, then they will revert back to the corresponding characteristic in the pair. So if you have... So is this going to work? If we have low fertility, you shall have high fertility. Is that a thing? I suppose that is a thing, although it doesn't really make much sense. Okay, well, whatever. The tutorial is now over. Oh, there's another clan. So hang on, are they... Oh wow, they just literally carry on adding little blobs onto the city. Interesting. What happens when this gets really massive and you have more than 8 clans? Does it give you a scroller? I assume so. Okay, so the tutorial is now over. Either press escape to go back to the main menu to start a new game, or you can continue playing. Ah, well, we might as well continue playing. Actually, no, because it's not going to save it. Okay, so let's not do that. Quit to menu. Let's play the game. Let's do a proper game, shall we? Okay, so here we are. So, we currently have the Gemsbok clan, Bittis clan, and Mudskipper clan. Mudkip! No, not quite, but fairly close. Okay, so we have some... Well, to be honest, what have we got here? Oh my god. What are those? What's the difference between the massive people and the small people? I assume the massive people are just massive for no reason? I have no idea. That's really weird. I'd like to see a bit more into the sort of backstory and the relevance of perhaps like why this person is bigger and what they're doing to the land and how that has an effect on things. That might be cool. And also why there's now only one clan in my city. Yeah, that would probably be a good thing. Right, so what have these guys got? Low goodwill. Okay, so if you have low goodwill, you have high goodwill. I mean, they seem like the fairly obvious ones, don't they? Low conservative, slow to rewrite commandments and changing characteristics, low willingness to move. So it seems like a good idea to have low, what is this? Conservative, shall have high conservative. That doesn't seem like a bad thing, does it? Okay, there we go. Right, so I assume because they only have these 3 characteristics, there's not really much else that we can do with them. I assume it literally goes these 3 and then that's it. So if I were to do something like, if you have low, which one do they not have? Goodwill, chastity and conservative. If you have low progressive, you shall have high greed. So that's not going to do anything because I assume they don't have a progressive stat. Unless they do. I don't know. Maybe that's wrong. I have no idea. Let's cancel that one. It seems like a good thing to test out anyway, doesn't it? So if you have low progressive, you should have average progressive. I'm just thinking, like, I don't really know to what extent these things actually affect the civilization as well. Again, we have to remember that this is in very, very early stage development, so you have to give them a lot of breathing room, as it were. But I like the concept, and that's really why I'm covering this, because I like covering little games that haven't perhaps have... Oh, there's another one. Ooh. Oh dear, is it crashed? Yes, unfortunately the game did crash. Obviously, as I said before, this is in early development, so we have to sort of forgive it slightly. So, as I was saying, I do like to cover these sort of things. I like the... let's see if we can actually do something here before this ends. I don't know why those other 2 tribes before, those 2 clans got killed. Maybe they just disappeared because they weren't prosperous enough? I have no idea. Okay, so... I mean, there's obviously a few things that I'd like to see different. If I were to put any input into the game at all, at this point in time, I would say, as I said before, I'd like a bit more information about what is going on. So, like, what are these people actually doing? Why are these people this colour? Why are these people that colour? Things like that. And also maybe some form of eventually down the line. I'm sure they've got a lot in the planning, and I might be just repeating what they've already said on their website that they're going to do. Maybe the ability to choose different aspects that you can add onto your cities. Maybe, I don't know, maybe just more micromanagement in general. That might be good. But I like the idea of this. I like this. But I would like to say that if you're going to use this system, maybe have some form of scale to which you can work to. So maybe, for example, if you have low chastity, have a chastity level of, say, you know, there's a range of 100 points, and you have low chastity, which means that you have 20 points in chastity out of 100, and therefore then you can sort of measure where you're going with this a bit more, so you have a bit more meaning to these commandments. I don't know. I think it's a good concept, and I'm very interested to see where it goes in the future, actually. So, I mean, it's not going to be a particularly long and entertaining video. There's not that much content as of yet. I just wanted to share this with you because I thought it was a bit cool, and maybe just go and give your support to the guys. I'm going to put some of the information in the description below so you can go and seek out the backstory to this a bit more, and I might be covering this in the future. So if you enjoy this short and sort of moderately informative video, then please feel free to leave your support in the comment section below. Tell me what you think about the game. Tell me what you think that they should add. It might actually help because the developers might watch this video, maybe. I'm sorry if I've butchered your game. And subscribe if you haven't done so already. Thank you for watching. Goodbye. Awkward, awkward goodbye. Awkward.